It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Gets past one man, and he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. They'll start on the ground with Irvin. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. When you look at this defense, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He'll try to do it himself. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. This will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
2nd and 9. Duggan looking to throw. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Come on, ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. 3rd down, goal to go from the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. When you look at this defense, they come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
This now a 3rd and 4. Now they'll change things up.
That's your man. That's your man.
Throwing, Duggan. He'll try and do this himself. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They're going to try and throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw is Duggan. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll empty out the backfield. Coming up here with 5 receivers in the formation on 2nd and 6. Duggan will look to throw this. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll try and do this himself. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And that forces a 4th down situation. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. He's past the 30, and he will be taken down before he can really get anything going. May have picked up a few extra yards there on that return to the missed field goal, but not much. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Cowboy 80, 18 Cardinal, 18, 79 Broncos. '70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Ready up. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Once again, it's Irving. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Duggan. Incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go now.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Cowboy 82. Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Now. Panther 60. Panther 60.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. It gets it right back to Mayer. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. He'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's Duggan to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Duggan now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Okay, ready? Trap 60, trap 60. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 2nd down and 4. They'll set up a throw. And complete to Smith-Njigba.
Let's go, let's go,
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Dragon 60. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Warriors 70. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
A final shot before break. Dugan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in for second-half blowout material.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Capo. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cougar 19.
They're going to look to throw. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Dugan. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the gun on 3rd down, Dugan. He'll try and do this himself. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards in the first. Looking to throw. Dugan. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. A run up the middle with Irving. And he stopped immediately there. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw. Dugan. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now he's going to step up and run. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Ready. Here we go. Here's
a handoff out of the gun. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. 29 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that nearly intercepted. The free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's second down.
Here we go, Shaq.
Looking to throw. Dugan. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Back to throw again. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Oh, they're changing this at the line. On 4th down, Dugan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
19. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
60 back. Come on, come on.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the return will stop right around the 25. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Duggan looking to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he goes out right around the 39.
Hold it ready. Ready, check out.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
On did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Abdul Carter. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this 2nd half. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing, Duggan. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Off the play fake, Dugan. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Brandon Jones picking it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Eagles, 62.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
70, 70. Cowboy 8, go.
They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Okay, break.
This 2nd and 4.
6, 7, 8.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now back to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away. As his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Duggan will look to throw this.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
This offense so far on third down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Viking 18. Come on. Alert. 19.
He'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
18 Cardinal.
2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. Panther 11.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Here we go. Set. Bronco 80. Cup 19. Ready, right?
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. From 3 yards out. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Duggan. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 30 big ones. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Here's Duggan to throw. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Duggan now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. And they're going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages. Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he is going to lose yardage here. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Duggan. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Dugan. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard.
And now the rookie's free. The race is on. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Myers connects on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And my goodness, another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That good for 19 and a 1st down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Ready?
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed.